This is the worksheet for lesson 42 and I'll be covering it. So the first part is just fill in the blank with a greater than or less than or equal to sign. So here, this means greater than. That means whatever the number is in front is greater than the second number that comes after it. So say if like I have 4 and 5. Sorry, that's a bad example. 4 and 2. Now, if we look at a number line, I'm just gonna write, oops. Okay, it's like the small number line, right? From 1 to 5, it goes greater by each number. So when 1 goes to 2, it becomes greater because 2 is greater than 1. So like as it goes to the right, it becomes more greater. So here we have 4 and 2. And this sign would mean 4 would be greater than 2 because since 4 comes after 2, 4 is greater than 2. So we would write this sign, which means greater than. But that's only if the first number here is greater than the second number. However, if we have a problem like this, we have 3 and 5. 3 is not greater than 5 because it comes before 5. So then we would write a less than sign because 3 is less than 5. So yeah, if the first number is less than the second number, then you would write the sign basically. And the last one is just equal to sign, which is really simple. Is when like both numbers on each side are the same. So say if like you have 4 and 4, you'd write equal to because 4 is equal to 4. So now we have number 1. We have 2 and 3. So if we look at it like our tiny number line here, 2 comes before 3, and whenever a number comes before the second number, it's less than. So we would write this sign, and basically whatever this mouth is, like this open area, it points to the number that's greater than. Like basically it points to the greatest number here. It's like this opening would point to 3 because it's greater than 2. Here we have 2, 50 and 10. So we know that 50 is greater than 10 because 50 comes after 10. So we have to have this opening facing 50, so we'd write the greater than sign, which is that. So yeah, that's how you do the first section. It's pretty simple. Now we have division. Here is like, you kind of have to like memorize it, but like when you get to the big numbers, you can't really, but here. So we have 15 divided by 5, so 15, we'd write the first number in the box, and then we write the outer number right there. Now we have 15 divided by 5. Now, we have to see how many times does 5 go into 15. And if you memorize your multiplication, you would automatically know that it would be 3. Let me write it up here, because I have more space. So we know that 5 times 3 equals 15. So we would write that number down here. And then we would just subtract, and when you subtract, you should get 0. That's how you know you divided it evenly and correct. So the answer would be 0 over here. The answer would be 3. Next we have 45 divided by 5. We do the same thing. You write 45 in there and 5 on the outside. So first we have to see, does 5 go into 4? It does not, so we write a 0. But then you move on to the second one, so it just becomes 45. Does 5 go into 45? And it does, and it goes into 45 9 times. So 5 times 9 is 45, so you just subtract it and you should get 0. So the answer is 9. So yeah. Here we have multiplication. Here you just kind of have to just memorize it. Like you have to automatically memorize what 3 times 3 is. But if you can't, you can just go like this. So say if like you have 3 times 3, you just write 3 times, so this. And then you add them and you get 9 because you have 3 sets of 3 and you just add them. Here we have 8 times 9, and if we have 8, we would have 9. We have like 8 sets of 9 because we can do 9 sets of 8s, but it's quicker to write if you do like this. Okay, now we have 8 nines, right? And we just add them all up. And once you finish adding them up, you should get 72. But this is like the really long way. I recommend just memorizing it as like 8 times 9 equals 72. Then for number 3, 2 times 8 is 16. Or you can just do the long way, just add them all up together like that. Here we have word problems. So I'll do the first one. So Susie has 20 hairpins. She gives 6 away to her friends and loses 2. And then she buys 7 more. How many hairpins does she have now? Now here you have to use PEMDAS, but you don't really have to worry about it right now because you don't have any multiplication. So here you have, so she starts off with 20 hairpins, right? Then she gives away 6, so when she means give away, it means subtracting. So 20 minus 6, and that gets you 14. Then she loses 2, so that's subtraction again. So that's 12. But then she buys more, which is addition. Then she buys 7 more, and 12 plus 7 is 19. So the answer is 19 hairpins. So yeah, thank you for watching.